Okay, let's start our next short video on Pteridophyta. So let's first talk about its summary or its habitat or its structure. So normally Pteridophyta it is normally given by the scientist that is called as Haeckel, and the study of Pteridophyta is called as Pteridology. And sometimes Pteridophyta is otherwise called as the reptiles of the plant kingdom. So Pteridophyta is also called as the reptiles of the plant kingdom. Let's talk about its general feature. So normally the plant body is a sporophyte. So normally the plant body of Pteridophyta is a sporophyte, which is 2n. So normally it is a 2n. And as it is sporophyte, so it is well differentiated into true roots, stem and leaves. And the primary roots are replaced by adventitious roots. So normally in Pteridophyta we find that adventitious roots are found to be present. And when we talk about its stem, the stem is erect. Yes, sometimes the stems are erect, or sometimes it is creeper-like structure prostrate, and sometimes it is found under the ground. If it is found under the ground, it is called as rhizome. So what is rhizome? If stem present underground, it is called as rhizome. And normally in Pteridophyta we find rhizome, and these rhizomes are mostly present in the group that is called as Pteris. In the Pteridophyta Pteris, we find rhizomes are found to be present. Let's talk about its stem. We have complete stem. Let's talk about its leaves. So normally Pteridophyta contains two different types of leaf. One is microphyllous leaf, another one is macrophyllous leaves. So in microphyllous leaf we find the stems are large but the leaves are small. Very important. What? In microphyllous we find the stems are large but the leaves are very small. And the best examples are Lycopodium, Selaginella and Equisetum. Whereas in macrophyllous we find it's vice versa, where the stems are very small but the leaves are very large. So in microphyllous we find the leaves are very large, So these are the leaves like condition. So leaves are very large. Whereas in microphyllous we find the leaves are very small. So on these two condition leaves, the Pteridophyta is classified as microphyllous Pteridophyta and macrophyllous Pteridophyta. And the best example of macrophyllous Pteridophyta is that is called as Pteris, Pteridium, Marsilea. Got it? And we find that the body is differentiated this year that starts from bryophytes. The body differentiation normally starts from bryophytes. Very important, and completes in Pteridophyte. So it is a evolutionary process where the differentiation of the body starts from bryophyte and completes in the Pteridophyte. Now let's talk about its habitat. So normally mostly they're found in sandy places where moisture is present, and some of them are also found in aquatic region. And the best example of aquatic regions are Marsilea, Salvinia, Azolla, Isoetes. Why? And normally in Pteridophyta we find that they are not fully terrestrial. Yes, Pteridophyta is not fully terrestrial because they need water for fertilization. Yes, Pteridophyta need water for fertilization, for which the body is not fully terrestrials. They are not fully terrestrials. Now let's talk about its vascular system or vascular bundles. So Pteridophyta are called as vascular cryptogams. What are cryptogams? Means non-flowering plants. Cryptogams means they don't bear flowers. So no flowers or no seeds are found, but xylem and phloems are present. Got it? So Pteridophyta is a vascular cryptogams, is a vascular non-flowering plants where we find the xylem and phloems are differentiated. But in xylem we find we don't find xylem vessels are present. Xylem tracheids present, xylem parenchyma present, and xylem fibers are present, whereas xylem vessels are absent. Same condition in phloem we don't find the companion cells are absent. Not it. In phloem we find sieve tubes are present, we find phloem parenchyma present, we find phloem fibers are present, but companion cells are absent. So these two are the exceptions. What? Vessels absent in xylem, companion cells absent in phloem. This is the condition of general character of Pteridophyta. But the exception we find that false vessels are found to be present. Very important in the NEET point of view. False vessels are absent present where? In Pteridium, Selaginella and Marsilea. Very important. That in some we find false vessels are also found to be present. Now let's move. We find the vascular bundle is concentric. Matlab, we find what? Inside we find the xylems are present, outside the phloems are present. So these are amphicribal and mesarch, whereas there are no cambium present, means there is absence of cambium. So absence of cambium means no secondary growth. No secondary growth. Got it? If there is absence of cambium, matlab, they don't have any secondary growth. Got it? And this is amphicribal, this is concentric region present. And no cambium present means it is of closed type. It is of closed. If cambium is absent, it is closed. If cambium is present, it is called as open type. So here we as cambium absent, so secondary growth is absent. But in Isoetes, very important, Isoetes, secondary growth is found. This is NEET point of view, very important question, that in Isoetes, secondary growth is found to be present. Now let's talk about its evolution point of view. We consider the Pteridophyta are the first successful terrestrial plants. But it is not first successful terrestrial plant because most advanced than bryophytes, because it also need some water for fertilizations. But still it depends on water for fertilization. It is successful, no doubt, but it is not true successful terrestrial plant because they again need water for fertilizations. And special habitats, that is these epiphytes. What epiphytes? When they grow on other plants. Some Pteridophyta are called as epiphytes because they have the power to grow on other plants like Lycopodium, like Ophioglossum, like Pleopeltes. Got it? So these are the special habitats, habits found to be present in Pteridophyta. So in this video, in this short, we discuss about the general character and habitat of Pteridophyta. In our next video, we'll talk about its life cycle and about the different class. So given by AKB sir, and you can get the detailed description, online class, online exam, and study materials at this particular site. Okay, all the best. Hope you enjoyed. Thank you.